Look closely at a snake in the wild, and you'll notice its bifurcated tongue. This physical trait is a biological record of a high-stakes cosmic heist, the moment the serpent race attempted to steal the laws of life and death. The origins of this biological trait are meticulously recorded in ancient Sanskrit texts. The record centers on Garuda, an apex avian warrior possessing immense physical power. But his existence contained a brutal contradiction. Despite his raw strength, Garuda and his mother, Vinita, were bound in absolute servitude to Kadru, the matriarch of the serpent race. Kadru offers them a way out, but she issues an extreme ransom. To buy his mother's freedom, Garuda must breach the gates of heaven and steal the Amrit, the elixir of immortality. The serpents are already apex predators, armed with lethal venom. If they consume the Amrit, they become unkillable, capable of hunting every other living species to extinction, until the ecological balance of the cosmos collapses. Garuda is backed into an inescapable corner. He must choose between condemning his mother to eternal torment or handing his enemies the weapon they need to end the natural order. Garuda chooses his mother. He launches a violent invasion of the heavenly realms, ripping through the clouds and completely subjugating the defending gods. Securing the ultimate prize with incredible ease, his psychology shifts. He develops an absolute belief in his own invincibility. This spike of arrogance triggers a direct intervention. Lord Narayan, the preserver of the universe, steps in to halt the avian warrior's unchecked ego. The two collide in intense combat. Garuda attacks with maximum force, but Narayan effortlessly deflects every strike without launching a counteroffensive. During the clash, Narayan notices a specific detail. Garuda is bleeding and heavily wounded, holding the vessel of immortality in his talons, yet he hasn't taken a single sip to heal himself. Slowing down, a moment of realization, Narayan halts the fight. This physical restraint proves that Garuda's devotion to freeing his mother is stronger than his own thirst for power. Recognizing this internal discipline, Narayan elevates Garuda. He pulls him from the ranks of a slave and appoints him as the supreme divine vehicle of the cosmos. Together, they engineer a loophole to clear the ransom contract without dooming the universe. Garuda will deliver the Amrit, but he will implement a mandatory procedural delay. Garuda returns to the serpents, presents the divine vessel, and legally secures his mother's release. But he immediately insists on strict protocol. A divine artifact cannot be consumed in an impure state. They must bathe first. As the serpents turn toward the water to purify themselves, Garuda places the vessel directly into a thick patch of kusha grass. Kusha grass functions as a natural razor. Its silica-rich edges are rigid and sharp enough to slice through living tissue with the slightest pressure. The trap is set. Garuda has fulfilled the contract and freed his mother, but he has left the elixir exposed behind a deadly natural security system. The moment the serpents leave the area, the secondary phase of the cosmic heist activates. Lord Indra covertly descends into the serpent territory to execute a rapid divine recovery mission. He grabs the Amrit, but during the extraction, Indra missteps, dragging his foot across the perimeter of the kusha grass and spilling drops of his divine blood onto the blades. The serpents return from the river. The Amrit is gone, but they see radiant droplets coating the sharp foliage. Driven by absolute greed, they assume the glowing liquid is the spilled elixir. They immediately press their mouths into the grass and violently lick the blades. The razor edges of the kusha grass slice straight down the center of every serpent's tongue. For protecting the elixir and the cosmos, Indra establishes a final natural reordering. He grants Garuda the eternal right to hunt the serpent race, locking them into a new position in the food chain. The split tongue remains a permanent physical consequence of that moment. It marks the day the serpent race lost their chance at immortality and became the designated prey of the eagle, a biological reminder that the forces of the universe favor devotion over greed.